Hello there. This is Dr. Susan Gitau coming live to you via my YouTube channel, Dr. Susan Gitau. Well, it's been an amazing experience here in the United Kingdom. I came around here to visit friends. I like also looking around for my students, that is Africa Nazarene University alumni. And so I've gotten two, of course my son included. And I have learned a lot. Where I am right now is in a city called Woolwich. And this place where I am, as you can see, people are having a good time. Yes, they're having a good time and relaxing. It is summer, they call it. And my few days that I have been here, well, I have learned to appreciate both sides. Appreciating my own country, Kenya, in so many ways, and also appreciating diversity. From shopping to schools to transportation to looking at people from a diverse perspective, I would say I have learned a lot. You know, you're going to a shopping mall and they are thinking of everyone. They have a space for multi-faith based maybe individuals. Like you will find if Muslims, they pray 5 times in a day. If it's a shopping mall, they have that space for them. Sometimes shopping can be very tedious for children. And so you find that there's a playground in a shopping mall. Well, I was at the Westfield Mall here in London, and I was very actually encouraged and happy because I love children, and I always say value children and value sometimes what they value. And so you can have somebody shopping for 4 hours, and you have small babies below 10 years, even if they are teenagers, and you are the main person who is interested as a parent maybe to do your own shopping, you have to think about their well-being. So I was very happy to see a playground in a shopping mall. And of course, different products for different even seasons. Hey, I'm telling you, I think Africa, we need to arise and ask maybe, because I have seen most of the products here come from China anyway, or they are manufactured in China. And so if, for example, you can be using a certain product and then you find this product, if it was improved in one way or the other, then I would be able to probably feel better while using it. Like I found everything. Hey, for women especially, there's everything. When I say everything, women, you know what I'm talking about. I know in the African context we don't like talking a lot about our innerwear, but the innerwear is there for all seasons. Even when a lady is experiencing their heavy menses, you know, there's innerwear for that period. You're talking about shoes for all seasons. You're talking about clothes, you know. And what I know is that these malls carry out regular surveys about the products people have bought. And maybe when they're asking any suggestions for improvement, people are free to talk about maybe improvement on the products they want. But there is something I have learned. When I look at when we do our exports to these countries, they put standards and they say this is the quality that we want. I don't know what happens when it comes to us in Africa. Are we too afraid to ask for what we want? Are we too afraid to ask for quality? Because we are asked for quality, we give quality. Why can't we also demand for quality? Because in most cases, you'll find the products that you're going to buy in Africa. 2 months ago, I was in Nigeria, and I saw there was that market, and they would tell me, even these vitenges, this what we call traditional fabric, as we have all thought, we ask for that quality. And so you'll find, for example, Kenyans, where I come from, people are shopping for these vitenges from these other countries, but they don't know. They are also asking China. And by the way, I think I'm also proud of China in one way or the other, because they have known that the consumer countries will ask for what they want. So may Africa know also that she has a voice. Like I also shopped for what I want. And so I would not shop for what I don't want. So I pray that when we have a lot of improvements in our trade affairs, we will learn also to ask for the best, just like they also ask for the best. If they want flowers, they ask for the best from our country. So we go all the way to plant those flowers. If they want our avocados, we go all the way to give them that quality. If it's coffee, what about us? Who says we cannot ask for our own quality? Well, maybe the other part that I have also admired a lot here is the aspect of education. You know, the other day people were crying, should we have competence-based education in Kenya? And some were saying, no, it's very expensive. My prayer is that we shall invest heavily in education. Like somebody can ask, why did you take your son to the United Kingdom to study? Maybe a program that is also in Kenya. But it's because the way we deal with postgraduate studies and students is quite unfair. It's not encouraging. We do not encourage them to be reflective in their studies. We encourage a lot of rote learning. We encourage them not to be so creative. But you'll find here, you will come with a choice of an area of study, and you'll be encouraged to carry out a study in that area. And to me, that is what has made the Western countries develop. Because most of the time, the projects that people do, research projects, are solution-based. And so it's the high time we went to all the fields, because maybe in my country I can talk about the medical field. They do such studies and they are funded. I can talk about the agricultural field. They also do such studies and they are funded. But when we come to projects like in business, we come to projects like my area of social sciences in mental health, we should be looking at the problems that we are having and look for solutions. Because this is what I have loved here. And the other thing that I have learned here, most of the houses in the UK are government owned. And so you might see a big estate somewhere and you think it's owned by individuals or certain companies. Here the government controls so much. And I'm wondering whether Kenya is borrowing a leaf from here. Because right now, as it were, we are thinking about housing that will uplift the dignity of people in Kenya. Because even here you cannot tell. It's very hard to tell. At least in the US, if you go, you are able to tell, this social class is high because they have their own compound. There are a few maybe in a certain area. But here, most of the houses are concentrated in one area. Maybe the farmers are the ones who live on their own, and they are also rich. So in short, what am I saying? Can we also have our education meeting our own needs? I wanted to hit only 15 minutes online, and now I can see I'm on the 10th minute. Maybe the other thing I would say that I have learned here, and I pray that we do not get there. Now I'm going to the other side that has made me sad. This country, one can be very lonely. In this country, the immigrants can also suffer a lot in silence, because everybody is busy doing their own things. This place that I have showed you here, majority of people here are immigrants. And so you find many of our black brothers and sisters around here. Yeah, like behind there, those are people just having their good time. Here you can take anything you want, wherever you want to take it. That is unlike my country. So I am not very happy for that anyway, because maybe some people lack control. Maybe some people lack that love, and they look for it in anything and from anyone. And so I have really felt that if there is anything I would want to do for my brothers and sisters in the UK, maybe is try as much as we can. Yeah, you can see a lot of, if you listen to that, yeah, that's someone who is on their own world, or rather in their own world, but you can tell there's a need they are trying to meet. So I have felt, I think as much as we learn a lot from the United Kingdom about mental health and intervention, I think they have a long way to go. I think this is one place I have seen literally in every town, major town, very many people who are mentally needy, and that has touched me. So you can imagine about our own Kenyan community. But there is one very special lady here called Lydia Tate. And she's doing an amazing job, because regularly she organizes for Kenyans to meet up, and they share their woes, they share their problems. And I remember one day receiving a call from a friend of mine who lives here about a young man who got very sick, and there was really no one helping him. And she swung into action, and that young man now is very okay, was taken care of. But it's because she also went through so much. And God willing, very, very soon, I'm going to take an interview with her. And we see what we can do for the Kenyan community living in the UK. The sadness is one thing that I can say has also brought me down. As much as I have loved so many other things, this is so much of an individualistic community. And the immigrants can love one another, trust one another. They can hold each other's hands when it's very difficult. Even having their own strategies of bringing their children up. I have also met one of my colleague, I call her colleague, because she graduated in 2017 and she was very good in her work in counseling practice. And I have found, I visit people and I look at the way especially they bring up their children. And I have realized she has really tried to bring up her own children. And I have said, maybe the people you see not bringing up their children well, and here children will be taken away from you if you don't take care of them. So I just told her we could start something on parenting. And so I'm hoping we could start that. Well, that is for today. Maybe before I leave this country, I'll have some more live shows with you. And I'm very, very happy that you have kept me company. Dr. Susan Gitau, coming to you live via my YouTube channel. Kindly ensure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's a lot you can learn from it. I have many YouTube videos that I have posted there. And kindly share it with someone else. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. All the way from Woolwich, London, United Kingdom. God bless you.